Welcome to the city of Waterside, where we're trying to grow the city, try and improve the target. At the moment it's growing slowly, and I think it's almost like it's resisting the urge now. If you watch the last part of the city, you will remember that I had a problem up here with this tram station, and I was speculating whether it had to be connected to there. In fact, it was my own stupidity. If I come to here, you can see I actually upgraded these buildings with one-way roads, and the tram station actually requires these a two-way link so that the trams can both leave and join the actual tram station there. So that solves that problem. Is my stupidity. And if you look at the tram routes here, where is it? You can see we've now got a link there. We're going to fill in some tram routes here once we get daylight. We've got a small park here with no electricity, so we're going to, you can see we've got growth here, so just going to fill in this area here a little bit so we connect that up. We've got got demand for commercial, and so we're building in the dark. So what I'm going to be doing is just kind of whacking across here. We're kind of getting some kind of connections like that. I'm going to be fairly relaxed kind of here. I'm not going to, and I think we can kind of jag up. I'm just going to pause because we're going to cut the power lines, and I think we can. Oh, this guy's obviously we've got. Well, it's one of the hazards of building in the dark. You can't actually see what you're doing very well, and I think I've just distorted the roundabout, which is going to be a pain in the neck. So if we can take off the. Let's go that way. We've now got. Oops, nope. Just want to get that power line back in. Across there like that. So we're just going to. Maybe I'm gonna. I'd rather have a fairly square type junction here, and maybe we'll just go. So what does he do? He just rebuilds the power lines, and then he actually draws a new road right smack through the middle of it, which is par for me. Just call me the power line destroyer. In fact, I think we've got plenty of commercial, so I think what we're going to do is kind of come through here, connect that up, connect this up here, just going to bung it down a bit, fill in this, oops, nope, don't want to fill in that corner there, maybe we'll just fill in there, click this, and kind of just fill in these pieces, unpause the game. Got a little bit of spare space there. I don't really want. Looks like I've actually broken some kind of line here. Do I have a bus lane or something here? Oh no, it's cured itself. Obviously, it was just making up its mind where the links would go. I think maybe we can just kind of. Nah, I think that's just wasting time. Right, let's have a quick. So while that's now running through, filling up, connecting up this buildings here, we'll probably go in and take the power lines down as it goes. We've got a little bit of, and what we need to do is just check. So this part's probably going to be a kind of do a city healthcare type description. I mean, this is so we've still got demand for high school, so maybe we drop a high school in there. That will have a wider effect. University's off the scale. Maybe we'll just drop a and just to get it up and done, because of course if it's not connected it doesn't fulfill a requirement to the school, and that brings it online. So, and so maybe we can start, just fill this area in here, and we've got these little areas here which really need to be just drop. Maybe we can just drop some, turn the maybe we can just come over this way like that. Any other areas? Yes, we've got an area here that actually this is distorted anyway, so I think maybe we can come in this way a bit. That can fill in this area. Maybe we can come across here, make a connection. I mean, I'm just trying to build the city through at the moment, guys. Get some momentum before, because I think one of the temptations is when you get to a certain size is to start rezzing lots of areas, pushing things through, and I think that's when you start, the city can suddenly implode. I think you just need to kind of nudge the city along, get it growing. I think, you know, and I think once we get some daylight we'll put some tram lines in. I'm going to keep this short because I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but I'm still having problems with the local builders. We've got somebody doing quite major construction work in the area, and it's kind of affecting the area. I think maybe we'll drop you in here and there, just get the density, kind of get the coverage going. And we'll probably need a fire station over this area here. Hopefully that might, well, we can always encourage the spread. Maybe if we put one there, that will help. Obviously we've got a bit of a dead zone up here for fire. Maybe we can just kind of, I mean, we've got a requirement for, I think it's 600 something, some crazy amount of, oh, we've got the London Eye. How did I get the London Eye? Oh yeah, apologies guys, that was me. I was fiddling around off camera, and I actually dropped an airport down. So I think we can see if we can get that in once we got daylight. Yeah, I was fiddling around just over this area in the dark. You can't see anything. I was just fiddling around. Maybe if I speed the game up we might actually get some progress. I was fiddling around just seeing where I could try an airport, and I actually dropped it by mistake in this area, and then I deleted it, and obviously because I'd dropped it I'd actually unlocked the building. There's a little bit of a kind of a fail there, but I mean it's not that much of a disaster, because I will be building another airport down here. Because what I'm thinking of is in this area here, I know you can't see it very well because it's in the dark, I'm thinking about trying an experiment based on a suggested comment of someone about building a self-contained residential area here that will how can you say, that will act as a, residents will have no external road connection. They will just be, they will have to use public transport to get out. So that's the way I'm thinking. So let's see if we can get this London Eye quite big. So I think what we're going to have to do is probably come across, actually let's go a bit cultural to start with. No, that's, it's actually this, snip that off there. We can just kind of come in like that maybe. And this might take a little bit of judgment. Valid distance too short, so just see if we can get this. Where are you, London Eye? Cannot build on water. So we're going to have to... Why can I build another road alongside it? See if I can take the snapping off. What I'm going to have to do is put a kind of a road in like that, and then it'd be really nice if you didn't have to just have a look to see if that's the right way round. Yep, I like that. This just means we're going to have a bit of a problem with this corner here, so I think what we're going to have to do is kind of come out, line up like that. Oh, I didn't have the right road anyway, so just have to connect like that, and we'll just bring you out. Come straight, I think. Actually, take this down this way a bit, like that, and come across here. Very, very tempted to put another footbridge in here. Will it fit? Let's see if we can do it. No, I don't like that. How am I going to get off this? I say maybe if we... No, it's not going to work, is it? It's going to be a bit... Oops, a daisy. How can I make a connection from there? I've got a little bit of a platform there, but it's going to... kind of a jutting out bit there caused by the... up. It's too close to the road. Drops, that's the problem. Maybe if I come up. No, I don't like that. I'm going to have to think about that one, guys. I want something across there, but... And what we're going to do is just come up here. Road. Drop you down, because I don't want it there. I think what we'll do is we'll come up the centre of here like this. Then we'll do a connection across like that. Here comes, you guessed it, here comes the footpaths. I think we're just connecting like that, across like that, so that our people can get in here. Got a bit of demand for commercial, so I think the London Eye can afford to wait a little while for a power connection to kick in. And maybe we'll swap to some light, a little bit of light commercial across the front like that. I do like that. I think that will set off quite nicely. Right, now next thing we're going to do is just going to come down here, because what I want to do is actually I'll start over this side first, because we've got this tram connection here, and time's pushing on, so I'm going to pause the game to make sure I've got enough time to do this, because this is all I want. This is the main kind of function that I want to do, is I want to kind of put a tram connection in here, kind of coming across like that down there, so that creates a loop, So you've got a loop here. We're going to have a little bit of a road across here. It's going to come back up again. Oops. And we've got a connection there. It's a very, very sharp corner. Don't like that. I think what I'm going to do, I mean, I've got no idea if this is actually going to work. Yep. And then I think what we'll do is we'll upgrade this back to just an ordinary road, I think. And what we got now is the tram. This is just a tram route which will come through. And then what we're going to do is kind of come this way. And then I think we're going to come down this way. Like this to here, come in like that, because what I want to do is create a kind of a loop that will encourage people to walk to the tram line. So we're just going to come down here. I think we can come all the way to here. I think we'll come across like this and up like that. And we've got a nice junction here, so we can come up this way. I think I've gone a bit too far because I'm getting a bit too close to that one, so I think we'll branch off here, come up this way, and where's the junction that I created through there, isn't it? So I'm gonna kind of come in this way. We've got that tram line coming there. So I mean, it's a shame you can't have a one-way tram on a, how can you say, on a two-way road. That would be nice. If you're listening Colossal Order, that would be a nice option. You can have, well, then again, I suppose the tram lines are there, the tram lines are there. It doesn't really make that much difference. I think we can just knock that back there, and then what I'm going to do over here is just kind of, this at the moment is this a two-way road, or yeah, I think this is a two-way tram type road. I think we can come in here, just put the snapping back on. Just get that off like that. Come back to here. We're just going to go up here. We're going to come across like that, and then we're going to just drop down. I want to be aiming roughly for where that road is there, like that. I want it to come back. Oh, keep still, you stupid little contraption. And then we're going to connect you to there. Then we're going to change to this, and then we're going to come out here. Now what I want, again, I want to avoid this junction type connection here, so I think we'll come in past the school, maybe come down here. I think we can come here, so, and I'm going to come in like this. Cannot upgrade this type because we've made a connection to the tram connection there. And I think we can come up. Where's the tram? Again, this is slightly annoying that you can't actually. So we've come in that way and it branches off that way. And we've got a connection there. So we can come up here. And I think what I can do is we've got to. Can't upgrade that, so but we can upgrade this, so I can come on this way, and I've got fallen into my own trap again. I think we're gonna have to come off here then, and that line's there, so I think we can come across I want the, and we can come down here, connect up to here like that, and we can just I'm sure there's probably a mod out there somewhere out in the big wide world that shows you a good way of doing this, and we can downgrade that road so to keep it neat. So we've now got a kind of a dual tram network here, and what I'm going to do now is just come round here. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. So I think we can just come this way, get a tram line in there, and then we can kind of just stick it. Oh, it's actually let me put a, oh, that's neat. So you can actually put a tram stop on a tram only route as long as it's not a bridge. Now that, I like that. And I think we'll come down this way, come through this connection here and across here. I like that. I like the idea of being able to do that, because I mean, I know, but you could actually build like a tram network that's off there. Or maybe that would be something to experiment with. We'll just come up that way. I seem to have got a double loop here. That's unfortunate. Don't like that at all. Something gone wrong here. I've double looped somehow here. I think it's going to. That looks a bit better. I think I've lost a. That's better. That's going round on a single loop, coming in here. So that's going up round there. Yeah, obviously I must have got on the wrong side somewhere, but I think I fixed it. We've now got that one there, and of course what I want to do here is have another kind of intersecting type loop here. I think what we'll do actually is, I mean, the London Eye wants to have a tram connection, doesn't it? So maybe we'll come round here like this. Of course it means downgrading the roads again. So I'm just going to come here, and again this is going to be very much a no, I don't like that. Let's go this way round, and we'll come to there, down to here. Maybe share that stop here. Kind of put a tram connection there, and then we're going to come across this way. And again, I just want the flow to run round this kind of path. And what we're going to do is come here, and I think we can get away with just running it round this section, because the idea is for the tram to just link this residential area with the commercial area in a way that makes it look efficient. So we've now got a tram link running in from here and a tram link running in from there, and maybe we might actually, well, this is for future development, maybe we can run something over there. Of course we've got plenty of space down here to grow as well. I think I've probably rambled on more than enough already, guys, and I think this is where I'm going to leave it. What I will probably do is a little bit more work off camera. We've now got the London Eye here building up, looking really cool. I really like that, and it's in its kind of proper place because the London Eye is next to the River Thames, This is not actually the River Thames, but it's close enough. And as I say, we've got a bit more residential, so I'll just drop that in before I go. Hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I know I'm in danger of doing my usual thing of going off on a complete tangent, so we'll just fill this in here. Kind of, it's obviously, actually no, let's de-zone that, I don't like that. And so, hope you've enjoyed this episode, hope you found it interesting. We are now growing the city, going on the way forward, where we will be having our self-contained city, kind of maybe have a boulevard there connecting it up with the airport. Running there, we will keep the city growing. It's now up to, we're now at 111,000. It's going to take, I think it's going to take a bit of a slow slog to kind of get this city to grow to the extent that we're interested in. Let's have a quick check. I think we've done all the buildings, unlocks here, we've unlocked everything here, everything's unlocked here. We just got this one here, office park. We need more office zone spacing. Got the observatory, we have to drop in somewhere there. This is the one with 300 service buildings. We're nearly there, so that would give us this area here. Just a quick check of got the medical centre. We're sort of finding cures for diseases. I mean, that's massive. I mean, I don't know. 650,000. How much is it going to cost to maintain it? 14,000 a week. That's gonna. I'm gonna hold off on building that, guys, for the moment. But I think we'll reserve the space, which I think we'll probably put it here, so it'll have the. Or maybe should we put it up here somewhere where there's. Well, that's for another part. I am deviating, and again, I know what I'm like. So hope you guys have enjoyed it. Hope you're finding it interesting. Hope you're finding that the city's growing. I'm open for suggestions. As I say, we're getting more people coming in here. We're getting a little bit of trade running along here now. We've got lots of growth. One idea I've got is to have this as a village industrial area separate, but I think the urban sprawl is probably going to get to it anyway. So hope you've enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. Hope you found that the idea of the trams linking together and flowing is something worth looking at. Maybe we'll build a tram session down here. So on that note, like and subscribe, and until the next time, hope enjoy your gaming.